Yeah, I feel like I should probably just call this again, huh? But I'm very not happy about it. But then again, if we're good, we can play a clip. Oh, this is definitely a snap call in theory. But I don't feel like in practice. I'm very happy here. Which I said, oh, actually I have to look this one up. I marked it last week. No, it was this week. It was the Queen 6. Yeah, it was this one. For the people who don't remember, it was an open raise, min raise. I defend Queen 6 suited. We flop very nice. He bets half pot. I check raise. He calls. And the turn is a 5. And there were various... I asked the people like, hey, what would you do here? I decided to go for a check. I think the block was something that was mentioned quite often. I think that's the quote easy play. Or at least like the play that makes it easiest for you to play the hand you will get in less trouble, but I don't think it's the optimal play. And this is, it's a hard, it's hard to really say what's best here. I decided to go for a check. I had some reasons, which I went to the solver, and basically the conclusion was, guys, I checked the river, but the river light doesn't exist. Okay, we came into a tree that both players don't do anything, because basically after checking he bets. I should not actually already fold my hand on the turn. Actually, I do very little to no betting, and I will check all set and a low flush. I think definitely I will do a lot of checking on this turn, as a lot of my check raise range didn't really improve. My top pair isn't really worth much. Even a flush still has to dodge a diamond, has to dodge a pair to board because the positions are quite tight. And a set or two pair cannot really bet for value to streets, as it will only get called by a flush. So it's a spot where we should play very passive. So I should actually already check fold there on the turn. I should mainly do check calling here with flushes and sets. But I did check call. The river pairs the board, check. And now basically I'm in a line that doesn't exist with my head. And actually, surprisingly, he has to check back like 90% of his range or something. He is even checking back nut flushes when the board pairs, as my range basically contains a flush or a set most of the time on the turn. So I misplayed this hand completely. Yusef jammed the nut flush, which in the solver is sometimes a check, but hey, I check out Queen 6 on the turn, so I definitely shouldn't be checking, and I even call it on the river, so he should definitely not be checking. So good exploit here of Mr. Yusef. I think the biggest mistakes that I made when I looked at the turn range, I thought hands like ace 10 of clubs, king jack of clubs, ace king with a diamond, etc. would all still be in there, which in the solver it wasn't. Then obviously on the turn he doesn't really have any bluffs. So yeah, then when he bets, you should get the hell out of there. And when he checks, you usually have the best hand. So that's kind of how it works in this spot. And for Yusef, in a world where I do make a correct fold, it's just very hard to get called by worse. I mean, basically I time banked my whole time bank with pretty strong hand. If I have a set, obviously I call. If a low flush, to be fair, I will also just call. So I think checking back a nut flush here is not a great idea. I think the main thing that I underestimated, because if I play this hand big blind versus button, it's played correct from both sides, or at least in theory. I just underestimated positions and the amount of bluffs that were available. So I actually thought that was quite interesting. An interesting hand. Do you play on GG? Currently, no. But currently I'm not really playing anywhere. I'm playing here on PokerStars with you guys. Okay, bingo. Let's go, bingo. I got 2 pair. Top 2 pair even. Okay, calls. Now we have to dodge a 9, a 10, an 8, a spade. That's quite a lot of cards. Okay, I go checky. He rivered an ace. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky. Coffee or tea? Hey, let's go, guys. Got the 7-deuce, don't you know 7-deuce? We got the 7-deuce, don't you know 7-deuce? We got the 7-deuce.
I just show them drunken style.
Let's go, guys, show them drunken style.
Poker, like bring some fun, enjoyment.
Oh shit. Make all this commotion for getting squeezed. I'm actually playing two interesting hands. I was very quiet. That's because I was playing this hand and this hand, which are both interesting. I won the other one, spoiler. We're actually going to win this one as well. Are we? Yes, we are. Oh. No, we didn't. Just for the fans, huh? Don't try this at home. I overcalled. I went for the $5. Yes. $5 bet. Once or twice. Chips and Crips calls. Turn is not the greatest of hands. But I decided that it's worth still investing a little bit. Basically, I'm kind of making my own price here. He calls. River pairs the board. That's quite interesting because on the turn, I think he should probably raise some jacks. Ace 10 or something is likely, I would say. Ace 10 suited, Ace 9 suited. But at the same time, maybe still a hand like King Queen, King 10 suited. I'm actually not really sure what he's having here. So usually when I'm not really sure of the range, I find it hard to come up with the correct bet sizing. I went for pot, which it's a bit weird right now, right? I'm a little bit lost here. What is the correct bet sizing? But he called me with Ace Jack. I think Ace Jack, the nuts, should probably raise a turn, but then again a spade and a board pair are quite bad. So I do understand his call. Dutch King Lager. So you mean, yeah, for example, you say you have 25 buy-ins bankroll, and then you take a 3 buy-in shot. That would work for me, yeah. Obviously, if you're beating your current game, huh? And if you have a good win rate there. Not if you're winning at 1 BB. Then try to first win at a certain stake. For example, if you try to win at least a couple BB, then you've completed. I've already told this. You should see poker as a game, man. Gamification of poker. You play a video game. Yeah, if you're done at some level, you're not gonna repeat it over and over again, right? So as soon as you've beat it a level, don't grind anything lower than 500 NL, in my opinion. Anything lower than 500 NL, everything should be done in order to get there. Because from 500 NL onwards, grinding actually becomes quite interesting financially. All right. I don't think we can value bet this. No. Queen. He decided not to bluff the bottom of his range. Let's go for the check min raise. Interesting turn. Very interesting turn. Not really sure what to do here. I think check folding is probably best. Unless he bets very small. Interesting hand. I'll mark that one. Can also be that we just have to jam the turn. But the thing is, I don't think an ace high hand is going to fold the turn when there's 2 flush draws out there. Even though it probably should. Some of the time at least. But hey, that's why we got the Zoom chat, guys. Should I have just jammed the Zoom chat? That's why I get the chat. That's why we get the chat and the comments, guys. What would you have done here on the turn? Would we just jam it in and pray he doesn't have an overpair and we're drawing to to a diamond? Or should we just proceed carefully? As we're sometimes even dead. Are we sometimes dead? Are you moving to keep playing if, in this case, the Dutch people cannot anymore play online poker for a little while? Or do you find a way to keep playing online poker from the Netherlands? I don't think I should be giving some illegal advice here. Actually, I like that sizing that I had. What was that? Hello? Okay, fuck it. Then one blind. One blind is also fine. And we make... What do we make? We actually make nothing. Just gonna bet one blind again. Yeah. One blinds, my friend. He has a 9. And we flop a set versus chips. Flopping set versus chips, guys. That's how we roll. Not gonna do any raising on this board. And Chopsy goes for the bet. If that was a level, good game. Here it's actually a little bit hard, huh? What can I do here? I mean, if I have a jack, it's quite unlikely that he is a jack, right? Not really the best run out in the world. A king, a 3, a 3. Did he learn? Yeah, ace high. Okay, he was considering a bluff there with ace high. Mrs. Soviet Wings joins the pool. That guy, man. That guy is after me. Somehow, I'm always getting in pots against him and he always owns me. It's personal now. Netherlands versus Russia. In which area would Netherlands actually win? Almost never, probably, right? In which area would Holland win of Russia? Online poker. Online poker. Let's go for that. Online poker. Interesting flop. That's 18%. Interesting. It's quite small for a low board. I should probably be folding close to 0%. Unless he does it exploitatively with aces, then I'm just investing money in a pot that I'm going to lose. Sure. Bruh. I think betting is fine to get him off ace-king as well. I don't mind that. I don't expect a lot of check jams. Would be a little bit weird spot in my opinion to check jam. He calls. Okay. What does he see bet check call? River is so good, huh? I do feel like I have to bluff this hand, but I'm not too thrilled about it. Aces? I feel like he has a queen, like queen jack suited, king queen suited. It's very hard for me to have a lot of bluffs here, man. Come on. Do recognize that. I would have to be betting tens with a heart on the turn. Ah, good boy, good boy. Good boy.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that guy? Huh? Do you sports bet, Wacko? Actually, I just saw that out of my last chest. I got $10 sports betting on PokerStars. They're trying to suck me in the in the sports betting world. No, I don't sports bet. I don't do any gambling for that matter. I actually don't really like gambling, to be honest. Man, no twitching and grinding. Okay, but probably just in a big pot you take a look. That I do support. Low board. This hand actually should still pew some of the time. Quite tough guys to defend in these spots. I think this hand should still pew some of the time. Well, let's just do that. He checks. Should now probably bluff my hand. Even though I'm not very excited about it. But hey, Chipsy does the snap, hop, snap, bet, check, fold. Shout out to all the static bots on 500 Zoom. Make a little check right here with jacks. For example, I think queens here, I prefer calling more. Tens as well. I think jacks is like the sweet spot in raising. In my opinion. Could obviously be wrong, but in my opinion. Okay. Little 3-bet here. Do not upset the real. I will just make a little call. Actually, I don't really mind my hand as a check raise. But I do have to be very curious now what the real makes of this. Check raise flop, bet turn. Oh! That is a good card, guys. It's actually not a great river, to be honest. What shall we do with 7-8, yeah? He's probably still value betting all his other hands. No! Why did I do that? Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Why do I sometimes do that? Oh. Oh. Okay, I don't deserve to win that pot. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm really upset with myself for that hand. Oh, why do I do that? This hand. Yeah, I made the mistake in thinking that basically all hands that would call a bet would jam themselves. Obviously not all. For example, if he has a hand like 10 jack suited, king 10 suited, jacks, I guess. These would be hands that would be checking behind. But I figured if he had maybe a flush draw, ace king, ace jack suited. If he has ace queen plus, he's just jamming it himself. You're all I need to get high. Oh, pocket aces. People, when I get so enthusiastic, it's way more likely actually that I have 7-deuce. I don't get so enthusiastic anymore about aces. 7-deuce I get very enthusiastic for though. Come on, Mr. Howe. Put some money in the pot, Mr. Howe. Mr. Howe. Mr. Howe. Shall we check raise? I'm gonna call. Getting a little bit of interesting territory. Probably actually a check raise. The thing I have the ace of clubs, which usually leads me to check somewhere I play the hand passively, but probably it's just a check raise on the turn with aces exactly. Do realize though that aces hand, like I said, it's played way different in... Oh my god! What a turn! Like, it plays way different in practice than in theory, in my opinion. So now what we do, huh? We have quite a good hand. Good hand, big bet. That's usually my philosophy. Let me see. Let me think about this one. Yeah, we can go good hand, big bet here. I'm fan. With exactly king 4. This guy's curious. How big should we go? Big bet, good hand. That's my strategy. He knows that that's my strategy. Throw a little 3-bet here. The jack 9. Not a great board. Not very happy about this, guys. Not very happy about this. Basically, he's saying he has a set. Even though it's very unlikely, as I have a 9. The jack in general is not a very good card. It kind of blocks some of his bluffs. Maybe jack 10. Actually, a 10 would probably be a worse card. Assuming he doesn't have... Yeah, I feel like I should probably just call this again, huh? But I'm very not happy about it. But then again, if we're good, we can play a clip. Oh, this is definitely a snap call in theory. But I don't feel like in practice. I'm very happy here. I did have the pocket tens, huh? Oh my god! That's a good turn. That's a good turn. That is a good turn. I'm telling you, bro, that's a good turn. Hey, we got a subscriber. Flowmaster65. Shout out to Flowmaster65. King River. That's a bad river, guys. That's a bad river. That's a bad river in terms of trying to get called. As basically my bluffs would come from king, queen, king, jack, which are now very unlikely. Yeah, obviously snap folding. Oh, god damn it, I wasn't paying attention. We got the 7-deuce. Actually, I'm gonna slow play this 7-deuce. What do you think of that? They don't see this coming, guys. They don't see this coming because they think I always play aggressive with the 7-deuce, but my game is all about mixing it up. I'm gonna bet one big blind on the flop. I am mixing it up completely. They have no fucking clue what's going on. Neither do I. I'm in the camp of, if I don't even know what I have, then how do you know what I have? That's the camp I'm in. Oh, and we got him, guys.
That Dolce & Gabbana.
Get your Dolce & Gabbana pajamas out, guys. We got another one.
My birthday gift from
I wish I was just
Nice.
dealt 7 suited all the time. NL is Netherlands. Yes, that is indeed correct, Mr. Big Stealer. Plays a little turnover bet. I'm still tagging along in these positions with ace-10. That's an interesting river. That's what they call a Rio river. And I'm not talking about the pretty ones as in Rio de Janeiro. Coconuts, everything. He checks. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. What do I bet on the river, guys? Sevens, deuces. 10x of spades, 7x of spades. Jack, queen. Probably not this hand. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, Chupsy. Let's go, Chupsy. Set.
I am lucky.
I'm lucky. Oh. Very bad board. Actually, also remove that set. No more 9 turns. That's actually still already... Actually, that's already quite a big bet. 30 for 9s. Oh, I would much rather have 6s. What do I do here with 9s? Call? But I'm... Nah. Not really sure what to do here with 9s. Like I said, I would much rather have 6s. Solver guys. Is 9s appeal on the flop? Let me know. Oh my god, seriously. Yeah, now I have 9 high, which is not worth much. Solver guys, let me know if 9s is a call on the flop. That flow has come to an end when you realize that it has 3 hours, that 3 hours have been passed. That's the moment that you're out of flow. So that's also the moment I'm gonna go sit out. And take our losses. Most probably. Yeah, we didn't win a single big pot. The biggest pot we won was 50 BB. That's because no one called our value bets.